Today we're going to discover your future partner and your sex life. 18 plus. Let's get going. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Greg and I'm a psychic tarot reader. I'm excited for these readings today. I felt a lot of positive energy from your spirit guides as I read these cards. I will be discussing your sex life, and what that's going to be like with your soulmate or your twin flame. This is meant for adults. If you're not 18, please do not watch this. 18 or over, please. If you're under 18, please turn this video off. I do not use a lot of explicit language, but this is intended for mature audiences. Before we get started, I'd like to point out that no reading is ever 100% accurate. The best psychics in the world are never 100% accurate. Also, these are general readings and are not personal readings. That means that some of the things in these readings are not meant for you. But some things will be. But those things that aren't meant for you, they are meant for someone else. So don't get all hung up about this didn't apply to me, because not every single thing's going to apply to you. If there's something that doesn't resonate with you, just forget it and listen to what does resonate with you. These pick-a-card readings require participation. Listen to your own intuition and receive your own messages from your spirit guides based on what you hear and see in these readings. Often when I watch pick-a-card videos, I get messages specifically for me based on the cards that were drawn. So I encourage you to be an active participant and listen to your intuition. Also understand that no one knows the future. No psychic knows the future. However, based on current vibrations, these are the things that will happen. It is totally based on your vibration. If you don't like what you hear, just change your vibration through meditation, exercise, eating cleaner, doing yoga, clearing your chakras, etc. For those of you who are new to pick-a-card readings, simply look at the three pictures, take a moment and feel which picture you are most drawn to. You can pause this video if you need more time. You can close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and try to feel which picture is calling to you. Once you've selected a group, simply go to the timestamp in this video. The timestamp is listed below each group's picture and also in the description below. So group 1, let's get going. Group 1, let's look at some tarot cards here. So what we have first is we have the Two of Cups, then we have the Sun, then Justice, and Seven of Cups. Okay, so this is good. This is all good. The Cups energy. The Cups energy is a very emotional thing, so this is going to be an emotional kind of sex life for you. And for most people, that's really good. And so when we look at the Two of Cups, we see partnership and the two of you coming together, kind of like you see in this picture where the man and the woman are in a hot tub together. Looks like they're both attracted to each other. So this is kind of a mutual attraction. And it's kind of a partnership vibration that I'm getting here. So the Two of Cups is, again, emotional equality is what I'm hearing. Emotional equality. And then when we look at the Sun card, Sun card's always a good card. It's warmth. It's excitement, it's opportunity, it's all good things. So this is a very positive kind of a relationship. And then when you take that and you look at the Justice too, that it's also very equal. So we get that with the Two of Cups, we get that with the Justice card. It's not one of you initiating sex all the time, it's both of you. You kind of are balanced there, and it's a very warm and exciting kind of a thing. And then when we look at the Seven of Cups is kind of like wishful thinking. It's looking forward to things. And so what I'm really getting out of this is fantasies, is that your fantasies are going to be able to be fulfilled in this relationship, your sexual fantasies. And so those sex fantasies for both of you are going to be fulfilled. So I see you, the two of you going, okay, what are we going to do? What do you feel like doing tonight? And one of you will say like, oh, I've always fantasized about whatever. And they say, oh, that sounds fun. And I think that you're often asking each other, what do you want to do different? What would really turn you on? What are your fantasies? And those are the kind of things that you're going to explore until you find things that you both enjoy. And then at some point, I think you're even going to expand that even more and find other ways of keeping that love and that sexual chemistry alive. So that's what I'm seeing in these tarot cards here. Very good things. I think you're going to enjoy this. Your love life with this person, your sex life is going to be amazing. Totally amazing. Very lucky here. All right, now let's look at another deck here. This deck is a lover's personality kind of a thing, which will help us to understand your sex life better here. The first card that we get is Passion. Second is XXX. Then Tease. And finally, Seductive. Wow, this sounds pretty good here. So like we had said before, this is going to be very passionate and that you're both going to enjoy your sex life together. It says your relationship will always be passionate. Passion, however, isn't always enough to keep you together. But we saw in the other cards that you're going to have a very emotional connection with this person. So I don't see that being a problem. And I don't see that passion will ever really wane between the two of you. Passion's never going to be the issue, especially when you take that with the XXX. This person is obsessed with sex. They're passionate and adventurous in the bedroom. If they don't get what they need, they will find it elsewhere. You're going to explore fantasies. And if you're not willing to do what that person wants to do, you got to be careful. They might find it other places, but I just don't get that feeling that this is going to happen with you guys. And then we look at Tease. You'll have a playful relationship with this person. Make sure that the teasing doesn't get too personal. Okay, so there's a couple ways that you can tease, right? You can just kind of tease the other person about, oh, you always do that. I don't know, just teasing about the way they look maybe, or about little things that they do in a joking manner. Say you hit the spot, the really sore spot in their heart. If you hit that while you're teasing, that can turn really bad. But otherwise, playful teasing is going to be really good between the two of you. And that playful teasing will go into the bedroom. And there's going to be a lot of, I see things like feathers and tickling, that kind of a teasing in the bedroom. Or a lot of maybe suggestive kind of things that you're going to say to each other when you're out in public even, just to kind of tease each other. Then the last card we get here is Seductive. This person has an aggressive personality and enjoys the art of seduction. They will try to seduce you from the start. So seduction can mean different things to different people. For me, it seems to be taking your time and doing those little things to really get you turned on, to really turn on the other person, and to pay attention to all of the little things to seduce you into doing things that you might not have normally done, but again, try new things. So this is what I'm getting is you guys are going to try a lot of new things, which will be a lot of fun. So you'll find things that you like, you'll find things that you don't like. But overall, I think this is going to be a lot of fun, a very fun relationship in the bedroom, very sexy, and you're just destined to really do a lot of things that are different and new to both of you. Now we're going to look at the sexual magic tarot cards. First one that we get is the Seven of Pentacles, then the Judgment card, then Eight of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Okay, let me see here. So the Seven of Pentacles. This is a long-term relationship. That's what it's telling me. And that you're going to have a long, long time to work on different sexual things with this person. sex will be a big part of your life. And this was going to be a very long relationship. I'm getting this is a lifelong relationship. So sex, you can have plenty of time to do all of the things that you've always wondered or thought about doing. And then the judgment card. The judgment card is looking toward your higher self. Okay, this is kind of a rebirth card. And this makes a lot of sense when we look at the Eight of Cups. Okay, so the Eight of Cups talks about things that are unfulfilling, things that aren't serving you well. And I don't see that in this new relationship. What I see is there's something in the past that you have to let go of in order to get this new relationship. So this whole judgment thing, you're looking for your higher self, looking for something different than what you've had in the past. Because in that past, somebody's hurt you, something wasn't serving you, and this is a sexual reading, so maybe they just weren't good in bed, and you got to let that go. Because not everybody is like that other person, okay? This new person is not anything like anything you've had in the past. So this is what this is telling me, is that you've got to let go of that. And then look to this new relationship. And in this new relationship, you're going to find it very fulfilling and find all of those things that you're looking for emotionally, in everyday life, and in the bedroom. Okay, then we have Page of Swords, which is kind of new things happening, new relationships. So all this kind of goes together in a lot of ways. Here where we have looking to your higher self, looking for new things, leaving the past behind, so that you can grab this new and exciting long-term kind of relationship. So there's a lot of good things here, and they're all pointing to, a very rewarding sexual life with this new person, and you're going to fulfill all your fantasies because this is going to be a very long-term relationship. Now, when I look at these pictures, I get that number one, this is a really cuddly person, the Seven of Pentacles. They're very cuddly. Then we see a child in the Judgment. And so I think that if you don't already have children, or if you're not past the age of having children, that you're probably going to have children with this person. Just look at the picture. That's what my spirit seemed to be telling me. And then when you look at the Eight of Cups, you just look at the picture again, and there's dancing. So that tells me that this is going to be one of the things that you will enjoy together, is dancing, not only in public, but also when you're alone, which I think is great. And then we look at the Page of Swords, and I get the feeling that this person likes your butt, is kind of an ass person. So I also kind of get that they're really into oral sex, which is probably a good thing. So this is all good. Congratulations. This is a good reading as long as you let go with the Eight of Cups, as long as you're letting go of things that have happened to you in the past. And don't judge this new person by things that have happened in the past. Let the past be the past. Learn from it. Move on. Now, move on with this new person into a much more rewarding, fun, and exciting relationship and sexual relationship. Okay, one more deck here. This is the Energies deck. Let's see what we got here. We have Walking Away, Action, Angel of Strength, and the Sun. Okay, so the spirits are telling me pretty much the same things that we've seen. And that's in the last group of cards. We saw that you need to change something, that you need to leave something behind. And that's why we get this walking away, is that you've got something in your past that you're having a hard time letting go of. Somebody's hurt you, something has happened, and you have to let it go, and you've got to walk away from it. Because then when you look at the next card, is action. You got to take action. See, in this card, you have the white horse that is moving and running, and you got the black horse that he's leaving behind. So there's something in your past that you've got to take action on and get away from, leave behind. So I don't know if that's a relationship. I don't know if that's just some bad feelings that you have about yourself that you just need to let go of. But then we look at the next card, and we have the Angel of Strength. So again, strength is going to take strength to walk away, to leave behind, and take action on whatever it is that has been plaguing you, that is keeping you from your true self, your true happiness. Because you're going to find that. That's what the sun says. You're going to find that true happiness, that true fulfilling relationship, both sexually and emotionally. That's what these cards are telling me. This whole spread is kind of saying that, look, you need to let go of whatever it is that's been plaguing you, because nothing but good things and exciting, happy things are coming for you, and that you're going to have a lifelong relationship with a good person who loves you and who loves your body and who loves having sex with you. There's a lot of emotional things. We saw a lot of cups. Cups is about emotional connections. Okay, so this is a good reading. This is really good, but you need to let go of some things. So only you know what those things are. So let go and move on to this better stuff here. Okay, thanks everybody for listening. Like and subscribe if this has been any help to you at all. We're trying to grow this channel, so please share these videos with your friends. We'll see you next time. Okay, group 2. Let's start with some tarot cards here. We're going to look at these. It's kind of a sex deck of tarot cards. So, first card we're going to turn here is the Lovers, and then Queen of Swords, followed by Death and the Nine of Cups. Okay, this is interesting here. Got a couple of things going on. First of all, with the Lovers card, I do think that you're going to meet your soulmate, and that this is a connection. This is more than just a physical connection. The physical connection is there, but it's more than just a physical connection. It's an emotional and spiritual connection. That's the great thing about the Lover card. It's one of my favorite cards because it's nothing but good things in the future for you. So this is going to be a real strong emotional, physical love. Then our next card we get is the Queen of Swords. This card is about mental clarity and intellectual power. So kind of what I see there is that the person that you're going to find that you have the Lovers card with, that you're going to have a lot of clarity when you meet this person. And you're going to be able to make good choices when you do meet this person. As far as your sex life is concerned, that seems to me that you're going to make good choices. What I'm hearing is that you're not going to jump into bed with this person right away, that you can see that this is special. And that's what this is kind of telling me. The Queen of Swords, it's that this is a special person and you want to take your time. You want to make sure that things are right. That things are right emotionally before you get too physically involved. So I think that's a good thing. Then that's followed by Death. So, and if you can see in this card, there's some handcuffs. This person's holding some handcuffs, which to me is telling me that you're stuck or you're handcuffed to somebody or something that you need to let go of. Because death is not about really death, and it's not about anything bad. It's about change. It's about moving on to the next state. Like when you die, your physical body dies, but your spirit, your soul moves on into another realm, another place. Well, this is what the Death card represents. It's moving on. It's a change. So there's something in your life that you've got to let go of. Maybe it's a person that you're currently with. Maybe it's not emotionally fulfilling for you. Maybe it is a grudge you have against somebody. It's going to be different for everybody. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and, don't worry about the rest. But I do feel that there's some of you that have been hurt in the past and you can't let the hurt go. And so the Death card is saying, okay, look, once you let go of that, then these other things are going to happen. Because then the last thing that we have is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is a good card to get after that Death card. This is about emotional fulfillment. So once you let go, you're going to become overflowing with love for this new person. And you're going to feel very fulfilled, both emotionally and physically, sexually, in almost every portion of your life with this new person, because it's a soulmate. It's a soulmate energy that's coming through. So this is positive, except that you need to kind of let go. So whatever this Death card is saying you're moving on from, just let go. Let go of the old, let go of the past. Okay, next set of cards here. I'm going to a deck that I call the Lover's deck. It's one that kind of describes the traits of your person. So let's get to it here. The first card I have is Zeal. This person does everything with excitement and fun. They are very positive, they work hard, and play hard. So this person is somebody who's going to be a lot of fun and very exciting to be around, because they have passion for life. They love life. They love all aspects of life. They're excited for everything, and everything that they do is like it's the first time ever, because it's just so exciting to them, because they just have such a zest for life. They just love life. The next card we have is the One. This is your soulmate, your person, your one. You made promises to this person to be together in a previous time. Okay, so what this is your soulmate. Saw it kind of in the other deck, in the tarot, but this tells us right here. This is the one. You will find your soulmate. You made contracts to be together. You probably have had, no, the Spirit's saying you have had lifetimes together before. This isn't the first time you've been together. So when you meet this person, you're going to feel like, hey, this is very familiar. This feels right. You're going to get a lot of deja vu, because there's going to be things that have come up in past lives that you're going to relive. And there'll be a lot of very positive things. When it comes to the bedroom, you're going to find that, you know what, you're already in sync with a lot of things. This feels comfortable. It feels right, because you have been in this position before with this person. This is a soul contract that you have with this person to be together in this lifetime, like you have been in past lifetimes. So I think that's a lot of fun. That's great. The next one, Unforgettable. This is a person and a love that is hard to forget. This person may be the one that got away. Okay, since this is your soulmate, they will be unforgettable. And again, this is the energy this is from, is that you've spent previous lives together, and that you feel a kinship with this person. It feels right. And that's why they're unforgettable, because you remember them from a previous life. I also feel like, because it says, this person may be the one that got away, is there may be a lifetime when you met and you didn't get together, and that kind of has haunted you, and it may have been just the previous lifetime. Okay, that's what I'm getting, was for a lot of you, it's probably not for everybody, but for a lot of you, in your previous lifetime, you met this person, but you didn't end up together. And so in your current lifetime, you're trying to fix that soulmate agreement. They're unforgettable. That's why they're going to seem so familiar when you get together. You'll see how these cards just kind of all go together here. And then the last card is Dear Heart. This love will always have a special place in your heart. Okay, so yes, this is that soul connection. You're meant to be together. This is really a great, great love, and it's going to seem so familiar that as soon as you meet this person, it's going to feel like, wow, I know you already. You just look into their eyes and you see, I've seen these eyes somewhere before. So be looking for that feeling. That's kind of how you're going to know this is your person, is that you're going to feel like you know them already, because you do, just not in this life. So this is, and because because all of this is aligning so much, your sex life is going to be really, really good. We see this, the Dear Heart, this heart with the two lovers. We see with Zeal, See this guy carrying the girl. It's just all of this is all, they're touching, connecting. Unforgivable. The guy is carrying this woman. This is going to be very passionate. That's what I'm getting. A very passionate sex life. And you're going to, it's, again, I keep getting, it's familiar. It's familiar. Everything's going to feel familiar to you. Okay, let's go to the Sexual Magic Tarot and see what comes up here. Okay, the first card we have is the Hermit. Then the Five of Wands and the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Hermit is kind of I get the feeling that one of you is lonely. I don't know if it's the person you're going to meet or if it's you. I'm getting for some of you, you're feeling alone. And for others, you don't feel alone. You have lots of friends. You don't feel that way. But the person you're manifesting probably is feeling that way then. So it's an introspective kind of a thing. It's not necessarily bad that you're alone. It's discovering yourself. It's getting to know who you are. So it's listening to your inner self, your inner guidance. Get in touch with that intuition that everybody has. And that intuition is going to help you to find this person that you're meant to be with. Okay, then next, the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is kind of like not at peace, conflict. There's some kind of a conflict that's going on, like we saw with some of the other cards, that there's something you need to let go of. And I'm getting the same thing here with the Five of Wands. There's something that's in conflict with what you really desire. And I also find it interesting that these first two cards, the Hermit and the Five of Wands, you have somebody who is sitting by themselves watching somebody else have sex. So I don't know if that's that for some of you, the person that who your soulmate is, may want to have some extracurricular activities and may like you to watch, or maybe it's you that likes to watch. I don't judge. Whatever you're into, that's fine. But anyway, you got to let go of something in order to get what you really want. That's what I'm getting here. The Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups it's one of my favorite cards in the tarot because it means that everything that you want is coming true. So it's a very good card to have. It's wish fulfillment. It's like overflowing with blessings. This often has to do with, the cards often show a family together. So what I'm hearing is that, yeah, you're going to have, most of you are going to have kids with this person. So hopefully you like kids, but sex isn't just going to be for pleasure. One of you really wants to have a family. Also in this card, we see this guy looks like he's kind of waiting on this woman. He's doing whatever she asks. So I think that that's something that's important, that this person is going to be looking to please you, both, in bed and just in your relationship in general. So that's a really good card to have. And our next card here, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is a card of ambition, card of being really motivated. When we look at this card, it looks like kind of a dominant kind of a thing. So, but then in this other card, when we look at the Ten of Cups, we see the man serving the woman, and here we see the man dominating the woman. So I think that what that's really saying is that you're going to be equal partners, that you're going to take turns being dominant and being submissive. And that may be a part of your sex life, is that you enjoy the dominant, submissive kind of stuff, or that your person will enjoy that. But together, I think you're going to like that, but you're going to take turns doing it. And this is, this also tells me that you're not going to settle for anything but what you want, which I think is fantastic. And so again, waiting to get the right person, and you'll know the right person because they'll seem so familiar. So if you're dominant and submissive, it's not going to be scary at all because you know each other so well, and it'll just seem familiar. And for some of you, dominance and submission may not come into play at all. It just may be that, again, it's an equal partnership in that you and your partner are ambitious and want more out of life, then you're going to go for it. You're going to try to get those things. Okay, now let's look at the energy cards here and see what kind of sexual energy is coming forth here. So the first card I get is first chakra, Archangel Michael. Second card is Healer of the Ages. Third card is Community. And last is Caring Connection. Okay, so what I'm getting here, the Archangel Michael, he deals with your root chakra, the first chakra, okay, which is security, safety. It's that feeling, when you feel safe and secure, you can easily align the other chakras. But if you don't feel safe and secure, then everything's going to be out of whack. So what I'm feeling is with this is that you're going to feel safe and secure with this person, that you're never going to question their love. You're never going to feel like, are they cheating on me? You're not going to be jealous, because you're going to feel safe and secure in your relationship with that person. That's what I'm getting out of that. So again, if you're doing things like, dominance and submission, that kind of stuff, you're going to still feel safe with this person, okay? That's what this is all about. You're going to feel safe. You got the Archangel Michael watching over you. When we look at the second one, the Healer of the Ages. So this relationship is going to heal some old wounds for you. I keep getting that there's a hurt in your past, or at least for some of you, there's a hurt in your past that you're having a hard time getting over. But when you actually do decide you're done with that, you're done worrying about it and moving on, then this person is coming in is going to help you to really heal from that hurt. Okay, so together you're going to heal those old pains. And I'm hearing that you're going to help heal your person as well. It's a two-way street. This is a very balanced relationship. And so you're going to help them, and they're going to help you. Okay, that's really a beautiful card there. And it's a beautiful feeling that I'm getting. I'm getting goosebumps here. It's a really beautiful reading. Okay, next is Community. Okay, so the Community card is generally, the way I always see it when I'm doing love readings of any kind, is that you're going to meet through some kind of a community, through a club, through friends, through mutual acquaintances, somehow through some association, you're going to meet this person. And so that association, because you met through that group of people, that's always going to be near and dear to you guys, is that association. And then the next card is the Caring Connections, which is a very similar card, only it only deals with two people. So you get this, you feel like a part of something, right, with the Community card. And then with this other person, you feel a part of them. You have a connection together that is unique. And again, it's very balanced. I just keep getting this whole feeling of it is very balanced, a balanced sexual energy, a balanced relationship energy, balanced love energy. All right, this is a beautiful reading. There are some things that you got to work on. But when you decide to move on from those past hurts, everything's going to turn out great. Okay? Have a lot of hope. This is going to be a wonderful relationship, both emotionally, sexually, physically, spiritually. It's going to be a really good relationship. You're meant to be together. Okay, so if this reading has helped you in any way, please like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you would. It doesn't take you a lot of effort just to hit that like button. So if you do that, I'd really appreciate it. It really helps my channel to grow. All right, well, till next time, much love. Okay, group 3. Here we go. We're going to start with some tarot cards here. The first one we have is the Queen of Cups, followed by the Queen of Swords, followed by the 7 of Coins, then the 2 of Cups. Okay, some interesting energy here. The Queen of Cups is compassionate, caring, kind of a motherly kind of vibe. So what I'm getting here is that your partner, when it comes to the bedroom, is going to be very compassionate and cares a lot about you, and is probably more interested in your satisfaction than their own. So that's a real positive energy. And then we have the Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Swords, this is more about being independent. It's a very decisive energy. So one of you is an independent person, okay? And I think for some of you that's you, and for others that's going to be your partner. So, but with this compassion Queen of Cups and then this independent, kind of decisive Queen of Swords, it's going to be an interesting balance. You've got to make sure that both of you are getting what you need, because I think that you're both kind of different. That's kind of what I'm getting. There's this motherly nature and there's this independent, decisive nature. And somehow you have to learn how to balance those two. It's interesting that two queens came out. And when two queens come out, that to me, that kind of just means that there's two different types of personalities that we're dealing with. Then we have the Seven of Coins, or the Seven of Pentacles, which is kind of a long-term. So I see this as a very long-term relationship. But somehow you're going to have some issues to deal with to figure things out together. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to be great. The Seven of Cups tells me that it's going to be a long-term kind of a relationship. And so you're going to work those two different personalities, you're going to work those out. And I think that they're going to be complementary of one another. Get these two queens, and then they get the Seven of Pentacles, which tells me it's all going to work out. So then we have the Two of Cups. And with the Two of Cups, again, that's telling me that this is going to be a good relationship. This is going to work out. So, don't be too upset about there being different personalities. It's all going to work out. This is a very a mutual attraction. You both are so attracted to one another that it's all going to work out in the end. So I think that that's all very positive. This is going to be an interesting kind of life together, and but I'm not seeing any problems in the bedroom. In fact, the Seven of Cups kind of tells me that the bedroom's going to be really good. So balance your two personalities together, and the bedroom's going to be really, really good for you guys. Okay, now let's look at my love deck. And first card I get is Best Friends, followed by The One, then Quiet, and Wish. Interesting. Okay, so we have Best Friends. This person will start out as a friend, but as you grow closer and closer, you will become your love and best friend. Okay, so we're talking about good friends, and so when we have two separate personalities, it often does start out as friends. When you meet this person, or maybe you've already met, but your person will become your best friend, and you'll be friends before you become lovers, which is good because friends tend to be kinder, they tend to be more patient. So that's what I'm kind of feeling about this person is very kind, loving kind of person. It's going to be a really good friend to you. And then we have The One. This is your soulmate, your person, your one. You made a promise to this person to be together in a previous time. So this is your soulmate. So yeah, soulmate energy is definitely coming through. That opposites sometimes attract, but you're really not that opposite. You're just different, okay? But this is the person that you are meant to be with. It says that you had a soul contract with this person to be together in this life. So that's beautiful. And then we have Quiet. This person is very busy, so it is important to find quiet times where you both can unwind. Okay, I think that's just good advice for most people, is just to be quiet sometimes. Just to both pick up a book and read together, separately but together. Or sometimes just sitting outside on a nice evening, watching the stars at night, not saying anything, just being in the moment, being quiet together. And I think that those moments will be turn into some very intense lovemaking for the two of you. That just being quiet doesn't mean that the attraction doesn't connect you two. And so when you look at the quiet times, you'll also find that you get kind of turned on at those quiet times. That's what I'm getting. And then the last one is wish. Now this is the culmination of everything that I've been feeling and hearing from the spirits. This person is everything you've wished for. Be careful, sometimes what you wish for isn't what you need. Well, this is what you need. This is the person that you've wished for, that you've been trying to manifest. It's your soulmate. So everything is going to feel right. It's going to feel good. Even though you won't start out as lovers, you'll start out as friends. But it'll turn into that really loving, kind relationship. I think you're both very nurturing, but you're both very independent. So somehow you have to compromise in that independence. And I think that comes in at the quiet times. When you're quiet, you could still be doing two different things, yet be doing them at the same time together. One of you is out of town for some reason. I see that you will both look at the moon or look at the stars and be thinking that your partner is doing the same thing. So sometimes in those quiet moments, you actually become closer together. And through that closeness will become a very exciting and rewarding sex life. That's what I'm getting. That's what the spirits are telling me. Sex is going to be good with this person. It's not going to be average. It's not going to be blasé. It's going to be pretty intense. It'll be very good. Okay, now let's look at the Sexual Magic Tarot. Let's see, the first card we get is Justice. Then the Page of Wands. Followed by the Six of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords again. Interesting. Yeah, there's definitely some energy there that the spirits are trying to convey to you. Let's look at the Justice card. So this is kind of what you think it is, as far as it's even, it's fair, kind of an energy. And so that's kind of what I've been seeing, is that they're, with the two of you, you're going to have to compromise some, but you're both going to share your truth, right? And so in your true needs are going to be met by this person, because there's such a caring, loving relationship in this. So you're going to have to take turns on some things. It's kind of what I'm seeing. It's fair, right? It is the truth of who the two of you are, and you'll find a new truth together. You'll kind of have a meeting of the minds and finding a new way of being together that'll be extremely hot and heavy, is what I'm feeling. Then with the Page of Wands, I see this as kind of new ideas, new way of thinking, a new way of being together. Like I said, that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting, is this compromise. You become two new people that have learned to mold their lives together and mold their, mesh their sex lives together in a way that is just really beneficial to both of you, in a way that you've never had before, a way your partner's never had before. It'll be just emotionally rewarding to both of you. If you look at this card, the Page of Wands, they look like they're both enjoying each other and they're close together. That's what I feel, is that you're just going to be so close to this person. We see the same thing here with the Six of Pentacles, that it is a coming together, it's a sharing, it's compromising. I just keep hearing, they're going to become one, you're going to become one, you're going to become one. So that's the message that the cards are coming out with, is you're going to be becoming one in purpose, one together in what the two of you want. And the Queen of Swords comes up again, which is, now I'm hearing, you need to bridle that independence, and you need to bring that, tone that down somewhat, because one of you is really independent, and you're going to have to stop that in order to become this beautiful couple that you could be. Is you're going to have to give up some of that independence. You're going to have to compromise on some things. But sometimes sacrifice brings forth better things. So one of you, if not both of you, will have to sacrifice some things for something better. So what I'm seeing and hearing is that this is going to be wonderful, but it's going to require a little bit of work at first until you really find that common ground that is more satisfying than anything you'd ever done on your own before. Okay, let's look at some energy cards to see what the sexual energy between you are going to be like. The first card that I got was Walking Away, followed by Storm Warning, then Action, and Patience. Okay, so Walking Away. What I'm feeling is one of you, or maybe both of you, need to walk away from something, walk away from a relationship. So if it's not you, then it's your person. If you're in an unsatisfying relationship, then this probably isn't the right relationship for you. Only you know that for sure, but that's what I'm feeling. And in this picture, this woman is walking out a gate, but she's leaving the gate open and she's walking into the unknown. And the open gate, I think, is inviting your person, that other person, to come to follow you into the unknown, into this new kind of relationship that you've never had before. And so she's inviting you to follow. So one of you is probably getting out of a relationship when you meet, if you haven't already met them, but they're bidding you to follow. Okay, then when we look at Storm Warning, what I'm getting is that, again, when whoever's leaving a relationship, it's going to be hard. And that's why you're going to be friends first. It's like one of you is going to be very guarded. It's going to be hard for that person to let go. But it's necessary, because it's just they're not with the right person, or you're not with the right person, one or the other. And it's going to be hard. So you're walking away from something, and it's going to be hard to do, but it's really good in the end. And I think that when the two of you and your soulmate, get together as friends, you're going to have some battles together. But through those battles, through those arguments, through those uncomfortable situations, you're going to become closer. You're going to come to a better understanding of who the other person is. And that's how the relationship is going to form, and how you're going to mold these two people who are seemingly different into one person. I just keep getting that. It's one. You're united, but it's not going to be easy. And then we have the action card. Again, it's the same thing. You got to take action. You got to walk away where it's appropriate. And you're going to have to work through some of those issues with your new person. So that's the action. You got to take action. You got to be proactive about things. Just don't let things happen. Go out there and make them happen. And then finally, we get the patience card. This isn't going to happen overnight. This beautiful kind of a sex life of a relationship that's coming together, it's going to take time. And you're going to have to give each other the time that it needs for them to get through the issues that they're having, that you're having, and that you're going to have together. Just be patient with it, because there's something really good coming out of it at the end. So that is the message I'm getting, is this two people coming together to become one. Become one because of the struggles that you're going to go through. But it's going to be so beautiful at the end that it's worth working for. It's worth fighting for. So thank you for listening to this video. And if you've gotten anything out of this at all, I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. It doesn't take a whole lot to like something. And if this is beneficial to you, please subscribe, because it really helps out my channel. And please let me know in the comments kind of videos that you'd like to see, and anything that really hit home with you. Let me know. I appreciate getting to know people through these messages. Thank you, friends. Much love.